Leicester Tigers are one of the most successful clubs in the history of Premiership Rugby, and we're here today at their training ground as part of Ricoh's Imagine Change Moments series to talk to two former players that are now leading the club, Ricoh and Aaron Mauger.
Well, probably when I got midway through my rugby career, I was really heavily influenced by some good coaches. I was fortunate enough to play with some great players as well, who helped mould my sort of philosophy on the game and how I saw the game going. And it wasn't probably until midway through, so my mid-20s, where I saw the potential for me to go into the coaching. And by default, you're coaching every day when you're a player. You're out in the grass and you help other people grow. And I suppose that was the benefit of being coached by so many good coaches who empowered players to do that. So I was lucky. Oh, plenty. All those experiences certainly help. Coaching's totally different though. It's one thing having the knowledge from those experiences as a player, but being able to transfer that into your coaching philosophy and then being able to get your points across and implement your philosophy within an environment is a different challenge. So some people can do it and some people have probably struggled. For me, we're always learning how best to do that, but pretty clear on how I see the game and how I see things moving forward for the Tigers, which really excites me with what we're doing here. And I use the experiences and the knowledge of the other coaches and the other people around us as well. Sometimes players have the best answers. Sometimes it's coach with a lot of experience. Sometimes it's a young coach with a new idea. So we're lucky we've got good people in our environment, and that's all coming together nicely. You're really lucky coming into a club with a really strong foundation. The club has always had a strong set piece, always been very physical, always worked very hard, and all those things have really shone through, especially when the team's been successful. So it's a very nice foundation to work from. For me, it's probably just the ability to open up the field a little bit more and use every blade of grass. And I like my players to be smart, make sure they understand the game. There's been a lot of learning this year with going through that process, and I think now we're in a really good position. Our players have got a good understanding of how we're going to play the game and what good decisions look like on the field. The other big one for me is making sure we've got the skill set to do that. So we spent a lot of time this year growing our skill sets, and I think in certain performances and parts of our performance this year, we're starting to show the growth there. When that all comes together, as it's starting to at the moment, it's going to be really exciting. Oh, definitely a mixture. I'm learning all the time. I've got good people around me. I think you can learn from anybody. You can learn from your kids or from your wife or from this environment if it's more related to rugby. You look at other environments and other coaches that have been successful in the past, whether it's an NFL coach. I spent a bit of time in Australia watching some world-class coaches over there. Lots of time in New Zealand, my homeland, watching some world-class coaches there. So all those experiences help shape you and help mould you into where you want to go. But for me, I'm pretty clear on what that looks like for me and also for the Leicester Tigers, for me and my role. But it's nice to be able to look outside and take some of those little sprinkles and add it to your mix. I sort of understood what Cockers wanted. I've worked with Cockers before, so I knew that there was always going to be a good relationship. It's a pretty important relationship because we're both leading the side. So, and I think the contrast has been good. We're different characters, so we have some good conversations around how we see things moving forward. So that's good. It's a pretty boring world if you all think the same thing. So. I think it's helped us, it's helped me, it's helped open up my perspective a little bit, and hopefully I've done the same for Cockers through the last 9 months.
Who wears the trousers?
Oh, we take turns, yeah, we take turns.
In what way?
For me, I lead a lot of the rugby stuff. Cockers leads a lot of the peripheral stuff, a lot of the stuff around the culture and the environment, and that's a job that he's done well over the years. And for me to do my job successfully, I need the freedom to do it really. So for us, it's been a bit of a feeling out process around how that's going to work as any relationship. But we're getting to a pretty good place now. We're starting to understand how we can do our jobs the best that we can do it, and also how we can support the other person. I think it's always the same. There's always an expectation that you're going to be successful when you're a part of a club like the Tigers. So I really enjoy the pressure. I enjoy the challenges of my role. It's stimulating. It's the same every week, but it's different at the same time. It's often your weeks are structured the same, but the challenges within it, the dynamics within it are always different because there's so many variables within our game and within our environment. So I really enjoy it. It grows me every day. I really enjoy the challenge. I don't know. I'm a pretty simple character, really. I work hard and prepare well and I give a lot to the players and hopefully that will probably be enough. Well, it sort of ebbed and flowed a little bit for us this year in terms of performance. There's certainly, I see growth every day really, and I see growth in our performances every week. And we also see lots of opportunities for us to be better. We're trying to expand our game, we're trying to grow our game, and at times we haven't got the balance right. When we've got the balance right, it's looked really good. We've had the right people in the right places executing game plan, then I think we're good enough to beat anybody on our day. It's just making that more consistent, being more consistent with our decision making and our execution within the framework is the key for us. Yeah, definitely, it's definitely evolved, and I think all those tools can really benefit you from a technological point of view. I think understanding how to use it, what you want to use, and using them well is probably the key. Sometimes you can have so many tools you don't use any of them well, and it probably can become a distraction. So the challenge for us is to really identify what we can use well, and I think we've got a pretty good system. We've got some pretty sharp analysts that do a lot of work in behind the scenes, and they're always offering up suggestions for us. And Simon Barber and young Andy Filer are doing a fantastic job. So they're often the people that don't get a lot of credit for what goes on. People see the product out on the field, but there's a lot of work in behind the background with those guys, and they do a lot of work to help our job or make it easier.